Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to cilinixfxcapital. I hope you're all doing great, and welcome to this new video and full update here on Ethereum. Wanted to do a full video right here on the current situation, while I also keep my eyes on some alerts going on. And what's going on with Ethereum? I mean, we've had a relatively bearish 24 hours. Ultimately, Ethereum, though, is still holding the balance here at the top, right? I mean, it seems like we failed to get a bullish breakout right here at 2600, which is a shame. But in general, it was going to be difficult, right? I mean, we needed quite a lot of strength for that, and you can see right here with the volume that's basically been making lower highs. Open interest here and there has continued to rally up higher, but also did not come higher than where it got on Tuesday. And open interest is also not necessarily what you want, right? You want spot volume, and open interest can help, right? Because it's leverage, and sometimes that can very much help. But in this case, I would say it's a little bit counterproductive, and the RSI has also been dropping down. So short term, I would say the price action we've seen is relatively bearish. However, like I said, we're still in the balance, right? The main support level we have is right here at 2420. We're now still holding the value area low as well, which is great, right? And I always say, look, the value area low is great, but you can always drop down a little bit lower as well. So for now, especially given the fact that it's the weekend, I would say that generally Ethereum is going to be able to hold this level. And then we also left some imbalances here to the upside, as you can see, with some fair value gaps. Maybe we also left some single prints, but I'm not certain. No single prints, but you can see that there's a naked POC right here. So that also acts as a bit of a magnet for the price to get into. So at this point of time, I think Ethereum, we're on the 1 hour time frame right now. Hopefully you don't mind, but I think Ethereum is going to remain stable, right? And then the main support level right now we have is right here. It's pretty. I'm going to make it quite wide, so we have a bit of an error margin, but it's between 2360 and then to the downside right here 2440. So like I said, pretty big area. But on the higher time frames, as long as that level holds, I would say we're fine, all right. And at this point of time, like I said, look, do I see reasons to drop down lower? Yes, I think altcoins in general look generally weak. And I also don't particularly like the strength or the volume with which Ethereum has fallen, and then also the strength we're getting from the value area low right here. So all of that, not great news, but ultimately I do still think that this support level is going to hold, and that then we can fill those imbalances, get to the POC, and at least remain in this balance, in this stability up here. And then from that stability, look, ultimately we do have to see a breakout, right? We're either going to see a bullish breakout into 2800, 2850, or we're going to get a bearish breakdown into 2250, or hopefully my personal favorite level between 2150 and 2050, which would be a pretty major drop, but it is possible within the next month, of course. But that is, at this point of time, I don't really see enough indication for the breakout, right? I think I see enough indication also with the breakdown below the weekly rolling VWAP with volume, that we have lost the uptrend, that we have lost some of the momentum. However, I do see enough support here, strength here, and reasons to get some bullish momentum as well, to at least, you know, find support here, and from there also bounce back up. But yeah, I'll keep you updated on that. And then once we're back in the balance, we'll talk a little bit more about, you know, are we going to get a bullish breakout out of the balance? Are we going to get a bearish pullback? That depends also very much on the fundamentals next week, on what Bitcoin does, what Bitcoin dominance does, etc. Right? So I'll be back with more updates on that next week. But for now, I think that's what you need to know regarding at least the weekend. But that's it. Take care. I'll see you all in my next videos, and bye.